Y'all, I cannot be getting behind these $700 car payments. Every time I work on budgets and I see any car payment, even above like 600, I want to like choke on my own vomit. And before you say, just the average car is like $35,000, I don't care. You don't need a $35,000 car. You want a $35,000 car.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Back like we never left. Y'all see the title, you see the thumbnail. Let's get back into this work. Let's look at some of the bad decisions some people make and how we probably make the same decisions. Let's go.
So for everybody that thinks I'm lying and this is all for views, my car payment is $1,400 a month. My interest is 10%, like I said in my original video. I have a 84-month term, something like that, I think. And yes, I purchased my car, financed it for $84,000, and I still owe almost $75,000. Like I said, none of that was lies. So as you can see right here, $1,400, $1,437.70 to be exact, every month. Not a lie. And again, amount financed, $84,000. Principal balance, currently $74,000. 10% APR. I don't know why you guys think I was lying about all this. This is all true. Like, this is my life. This is what happened, what is happening, and what I am done with. And yes, I could have used the cash that I bought the Audi with to put towards the Tahoe principal and refinance, but that would have defeated the purpose because then I still would have had a car payment. The whole point was me no longer wanting a car payment at all, like zero. So that is why I bought the Audi in cash. But now y'all can stop coming after me saying I'm lying about everything because I'm not lying. Like, there is your proof. This is my real life. And I don't know if you guys have noticed lately, but these are like actual prices of cars nowadays. That's the problem.
All right, y'all. So the gaslighting is crazy on this, right? So she's like, hey, don't blame me. Just blame the prices of the cars. So you couldn't got an older Tahoe. You couldn't got, like, I know car prices are kind of high now, but you could have got a lower car payment, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what goes through people's minds. But I think she, maybe her husband make a lot of money, so she can, justify having a high car payment. Maybe she own her house or whatever, but I don't know why she was saying that stuff at the end. But, she wanted what she wanted. Is if you can afford what you want, you can go ahead and get it. But I know one thing for certain. She's making a lot of money off TikTok. And, to keep talking about the same car and the same thing in a different way is making her a lot of money. So it wouldn't be a stretch to say that she could probably be able to pay off that Tahoe now, but she's going to keep talking about it and we're going to keep reacting to it. So let's just listen to it. Now, one thing I did notice is she got 68-month loan, something like that. But the loan is going to be over in 2025 or 2029, but she only just caught up to what the car was actually worth. She was paying off the finance charge the whole time. So if y'all don't know, like, if you buy a car for $80,000, the bank is going to charge you money to borrow the $80,000, right? So hypothetically, her whole loan probably was like 90 to 100K just for a truck, which is, essentially a house. And she was kind of right at the end, the prices of stuff is going up. But I guess that's the discipline you need to be looking for when you're looking at somebody like the person you probably want to be with. If this person is willing to spend 100K of your hard-earned cash to buy a truck without, you could have put that into assets. You could have put that into something. You could have put that into some type of mutual fund, something that will at least grow. You know what I'm saying? But if they are bringing in the X amount of dollars a month, this isn't going to be a shock to me. But for me and you, this is probably like a percentage of our income. It's probably more than 30% of our income. But for them, it's probably like 10% because it looks like they buy a lot of cars as a family. So, I mean, well, let me know what y'all think down below. Let's go to the next video.
Y'all, I cannot be getting behind these $700 car payments. Every time I work on budgets and I see any car payment, even above like 600, I want to like choke on my own vomit. And before you say, just the average car is like $35,000, I don't care. You don't need a $35,000 car. You want a $35,000 car. The most expensive car I ever bought was a 2015 Mazda 3. I bought it in 2016 for $14,000, like walking out the door, and my car payment was $315.15. And I thought that was a lot, and it really isn't. Nowadays, with my income and everything, I would say, like, I don't think I'd be comfortable paying more than $450. $500 is pushing it. And some of you are willing to have $700 plus car payments. Not only that, I've seen people with car payments like more than some people's mortgages. I've seen people come with car payments like $1,400. For $1,400, I better be able to live in that thing. I also feel like cars are just like the biggest tricks ever, because it's like I've just never looked at someone's vehicle, even if it's like the oldest thing in the world, and been like, ew, like look what I don't care. I feel like most people do not care. Like, I will get in the oldest, like, beat up car ever of someone else's and not give two shits, as long as it's not like piled with trash and fast food. Like, I do care about that stuff, but I would care about that if it was a brand new car. But it's just so much better to not have the new car and make those kind of car payments. And I'm in like a great position right now. I do not have a car payment. I honestly don't even have like a car of my own. I have a company car, and yeah. So I have a company car, and they pay for like my car insurance and gas and like all that great stuff. So currently right now, I do not have a car payment. Now, what I've been meaning to do for like the last 8 months, and this is like totally my bad, I need to be doing it, is I want to put like, I think like $350, $400 a month into a high yield savings as my car payment. So that way, when I do eventually get a car of my own, then I have like a good down payment that I've been saving up for. But I can't behind those $700 plus car payments. That's outrageous. And you know it is, okay? You can try to justify it all day, all you want. You can try to justify that, but ain't no freaking way.
Okay, she got me. I justified that lady's car payment, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna still justify it. Like I know what's right and I know what's wrong. But everybody's situation is a little bit different. But if you can't afford a $700, if you can't afford a $2,000 car payment and then you get a $700 car payment, then would you be really tripping? I don't know. But she did have like an excellent point about this high yield savings account. That high yield savings account is probably going to bring her in X amount of money, but she do need to be putting money towards a new car as well, because once I don't know how long she's gonna keep that job or whatever, but she got a company car. I'm not gonna say that she can't, but she shouldn't be using her company car for everything that's outside of the company. You know what I'm saying? So listening to her talk is kind of a breath of fresh air, because to be truthful, when you're commuting and you're driving your car, most people ain't gonna be like looking at your car when you come into an establishment. So hypothetically, if you drive in a Lambo, but then you jump out the Lambo with, messed up clothes or whatever, and then you try to go meet somebody that's going to judge you by how you look, right? But if you driving a beater with a suit and then you jump out of that beater with a suit on, then the person will look at you how? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to see what type of car you're driving if you park in a car. I believe that cars are a luxury for people who got their finances in order, right? When I made an X amount of dollars, I got the car I wanted, right? When I first joined the military, I had 2006 Chevy Impala. It was 2013 that time when I joined the military. I had an 06 Chevy Impala. I had an 05 Mustang. I had those two cars, and they were both paid off, and everything was good until I got in the accident. But I want to say one more thing, too, to what she was saying. Most people get into these type of situations when they're young, right? And down below, what was your age when you bought your first car? Because I was 22 when I had to put money out of my own pocket to buy my car. When I was in high school or in college, me and my family kind of went in on a car and bought cash cars. I wish I would have kept that tradition up, but as finances change, you kind of move your spending towards what your finances are bringing in. If I make $1 million a month or $1 million a year, I will have something that's going to massage me while I'm driving, because I went to Mercedes-Benz and I saw what they got in the back. That thing them things is crazy. Those not really cars. Those are not cars. Those are like massage chairs on wheels type thing. Like you might have to hire a butler to drive some of those cars. I've seen that Mercedes Benz. But let's go to the next video.
Yes. What's the highest payment you've ever seen?
1784.
Demetrius, what's the highest payment you've ever seen?
Oh, 2100.
Roy, what's the highest car payment you've ever seen?
It was 1,950.
Okay, man. Look, I thought it was gonna keep getting worse, but 2,100. Like, what do you got, a Lambo? But I gotta remember, like, this is a dealership, and they probably sell like cars upwards of $100,000. Me and my wife went to the Mercedes Benz dealership, and they had some crazy cars in there. So I can only imagine. Let's finish this out.
Jesus. Leslie, what's the highest payment you've seen?
1400.
Hey guys, what's the highest payment y'all have ever seen?
2435.
Arch?
3,200.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bailey,
Yes.
what's the highest car payment you've seen?
I wouldn't have a clue because I'm not here.
Patrick?
Okay. Okay, y'all. Do y'all believe this? Because that guy had that 3,200. He had that in his hip pocket, but I guess he heard the question, so he already knew.
What's the highest payment you've seen?
Highest payment I've seen, probably like 1,900.
Bro, what's the highest car payment you've ever seen?
2,500, and you can be next.
Hey, man, my man said 2,500. You could be next. No, absolutely not. But yeah, so you gotta understand, like some people get these cars and they're like multimillionaires. They just come in there and they just do what they want. I can remember an instance where, I seen this football player. He was trying to get the Cybertruck. I mean, he's a football player, so he wasn't tripping about paying $100,000 for a Cybertruck because I mean he was making all type of money. So with that being said, I guess it's all by situation, but I can't fully imagine paying $2,500 for like let's say 60 months. What's the average car payment length? Let's say what if somebody wanted to pay their car off early, right? And they wanted to pay in a year's time and they had $2,500 a month to pay. You know what I'm saying? That would save time, that would save interest or whatever, but $25 a month, you could probably wait a year and then have enough money to buy that same car outright because why not, right? So man, I can hardly fathom that being true. But yeah, everybody in there got a different story. They ran into different type of people. So, and I think people just probably need to live within their means. Let's get to the next video.
Comment a lot. So thank you, Patch, because I've been dying to talk about it. Car salesmen are normalizing high car payments wrong. Argue with me in the comments below. What you guys call normalizing high payments, I call setting expectations. Disagree with me if you want, it's okay. But two things that we can all agree on are that cars are expensive and interest rates are high. And for some reason, people know these two facts, but still think that car payments are $200 and $300. I personally think that we should abolish dealerships and be able to buy straight from the manufacturer, my opinion. Because if we cut out the dealerships, I guess you guys would just blame like the president, like you do with like gas prices and like taxes, I guess. Because I think that car salesmen get way too much heat for showing people exactly what they want and then how much that costs.
All right. Listening to her talk, I have so much. Like she really changed my whole thought process on everything. like that. What she was talking about was so high level. Like it really challenging my thinking. Right. So when you go into a dealership, they only show you what you like. These people have to feed their families, so they're going to show you what you can afford or what you can't afford. But they're not normalizing it. They're just showing you different cars. Because you can simply just ask to see the car that's in your price range. You can ask for whatever you want. They just want to make the sale. If they know it's a guarantee that you're going to buy this beater for X amount of dollars and they get their commission, I'm pretty sure they'll be cool with it. But hold on, wait. Let me show you this too. And then they're not normalizing it. They're just sitting back. They're letting your rationale take over. And they're watching you do mental gymnastics in your mind to figure out, can I afford this car? And they just sitting back, like just showing you, hey, let me show you this car. Let me show you this car. Let me show you this car. And as they're going up, your expectation is going up of what you can and can't afford. So then you're like, okay, cool. Well, I don't need to eat out 4 times a week. I don't need to eat out 5 times a week. I can eat out 1 time a month and I can afford this car. It's only an extra $50. And then they show you the extra $100 car, and they show you the extra $200 car. So what's happening is once they're showing these gradual payments, right? So they're showing you the extra $100, what an extra $100 can get you, what an extra $200 can get you, and in your head you're like, I can live a better, I can eat clean, I can go to do this and that, and then you do none of those things, and now you own a $100,000 car. Because your budget was $500 a month, but you stretch it to $800 a month because you wasn't gonna go eat Chick-fil-A no more. You know what I'm saying? But then she started talking about the gas and the president and stuff, and I'm like, okay, now she trolling. But man, what y'all think about this, man? If y'all like more videos like this, I'm gonna keep making them. I was actually going to get back in the lab and make a bunch of different videos for you guys. But in the comments, man, let me know what you think about each one of these videos. And I'm gonna try to react to all your comments. So just comment down below and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.